This episode of What About Pod brought to you by Southwest Airlines and NyQuil. Thanks for making Chris sick.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Recording from the WAP Studios, welcome to What About Pod? Three men discussing news, music, cats, and other stuff too, at a tilted angle, whatever that means. I'm producer Jay, alongside co-host Chris Ricciardi.
I want him to think I'm a big piece of sexy man meat.
And the grand poobah himself, Chris Squires.
I like long walks on the beach, puppies. I want to be on a podcast. Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Let's get on with the show.
Oh, yes. Let's get on with it, shall we?
That's right. Episode 44, the Paul Goldschmidt edition.
Yeah, he is 44.
Yeah. Paul Goldschmidt wears 44.
The year of birth for my parents.
Both of them?
44.
Both of them. 44. So welcome to 44. As you can hear, Chris Ricciardi is here and he's sick.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, welcome back from the frozen...
Hotlanta.
The frozen southeast. That's kind of
Glad
weird.
to see you don't have frostbite.
Well, yeah, they give that out in Atlanta. That with the chicken.
Oh, right.
Chick-fil-A.
Side order of Frost.
As you can hear, it is a full house this week with another jam-packed, action-filled show. And I have a bone to pick, stump to grind.
Oh,
Bone
I
to pick?
can't wait for this. An axe to grind?
Axe to grind, bone to pick,
A stone to throw?
nose to... Nah. All right. So earlier today, I'm surfing Facebook, and our podcast is hosted by a company called Libsyn, which stands for Liberated Syndication. And they do a really good job for us. But on Facebook today, there was a posting from that company. They throw out, first off, they do their own little podcast. It's called The Feed. And I've actually gotten some really good data from that. The whole metadata thing came from that.
So that's a state of the podcast.
It's a
sort of.
It's a how to keep you interested in podcasts and how to do some special podcasting tricks podcast. It's like a podcaster's podcast.
So you can stand on your head and eat fire while podcasting?
All those things. So they put something on their Facebook page earlier today for a podcast that reviews movies. It's two comedians that reviews movies, and it's like the Comedy Nerds movie review podcast. I've never heard it. I probably should make myself acquainted.
Are you asking me or telling me?
Yeah, I wish I knew. And it says, hey, think about giving these guys some money for a documentary film they're trying to do about podcasting. So I'm like, all right, well, let's look at this. And it's these two guys, and they're like, hey, we sat down at the LA Digital Media Expo, I think it was, which is like basically a podcaster's convention. And we talked to Mark Maron and Aisha Tyler and basically rattled off 9 different names of preeminent, I guess, luminary podcasters who have achieved fame through podcasting, but had fame going into it. So they had a following prior to podcasting.
Cool story so far, bro.
Well, listen, if you want me to give money, we are an independent podcast. We don't have hardly any funding. All right, 0 funding.
0.
It's somewhere between 0 and 1.
Outside of the occasional
and
free pizza.
And you're trying to stump for these guys that want to make a documentary about podcasters who already have the ear of millions and millions of people. It pissed me off. So you want me to give to this, or you want me to pay my Libsyn bill? I mean, it's bullshit. It made me angry, and I just thought I'd air my grievances.
Would you like to slam your hand on the table?
Ow.
Just scream something in German now, too, so people
9!
are serious.
9!
Exactly.
9 money for documentary.
Right.
So, anyway, I'm done. I don't mind that they're making... I certainly think it'd be probably a great documentary, but I ain't getting them a fucking $1.
Good. Good for you. You shouldn't.
It's our first F-bomb of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
And probably not the last.
God damn it.
Stay tuned.
So, Chris, other than being on death's door, how you doing?
I'm good. It's upsetting, actually, how I got sick.
How did you get sick?
Well, I flew Southwest to Atlanta. So the flight there's a girl in the back that was really sick. And they tried to actually pull her off the plane because she was so sick. She threw a fit because she had tried to postpone it, but Southwest wouldn't let her without paying a $200 fee. So they put her in the back, put a mask on her, and let her take out the ride.
Yeah.
Right. It was hilarious. It was just like a great SARS movie. And
Or she's from China.
on the way back, the guy sits down next to me, and he's sneezing. His nose is red. This guy's blowing his nose into snot rags and stuffing them into the friggin' seat flap in front of him.
I wonder, on a very mini tangent, are flight attendants, do they make up the sickest of people? How many on-the-job days do flight attendants miss due to illness? That'd be an interesting thing to know.
I don't know. I think they should be better versed in who to let and who to not let onto the plane.
Yeah, well.
Like, oh, sir, you look like you have an outbreak of scabies. Perhaps you should stay behind in Georgia.
I'm sick and tired of fucking sick people on this motherfucking plane. Samuel L. Jackson can just get rid of everybody.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the douchebag virus doesn't manifest itself until they're on the plane.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately, it is what it is. I'm sick. I've been sick for 3 days, and it's that prick's fault.
Well, and you were hit and miss and hit and miss and hit again for today's recording.
I'm hit.
I'm glad you made it, but I have to tell you something, and both of you should probably know this. Fair interest. I have bugged both of your cars, so I do have some very interesting audio. In this case, from Chris's car earlier today.
Hopefully it wasn't.
He'll keep calling me. He'll keep calling me until I come over. He'll make me feel guilty. This is ridiculous, okay? I'll go.
Sounds just like you.
Shit.
I'm glad he got that instead of me singing Meatloaf.
Oh, hang on, where's anything for love? It's not loaded up. I'll get it later.
Well.
So, glad you're here. Sucks you're sick. Jay, how are you?
Doing great. Just discovered I have a lung oyster in my throat, so I'm trying to get rid of that.
Sounds delicious.
A lung oyster?
A lung oyster.
Rocky Mountain lung
What
oyster?
Yeah.
is that?
Lung butter.
Those are balls, right?
The Rocky Mountain oysters are
Ladies.
cow balls.
So what's a lung
that.
oyster?
So when you talk
A
to lube,
loogie stuck in your throat. Like that.
Is that what you use to lube certain things?
Some things.
What is with all the spitting and internet porn? That just brought up a very interesting
These
point.
people are pros. They could afford lube, right?
Every fucking video. I don't get it. It's just.
And if you tried it in person, you can get kicked.
Yeah, can you imagine this out of nowhere? All right, sorry.
Well, if you're sick, it makes it easier. You can just farmer blow on her.
Gym teacher's snot rag. All right, shows left the tracks. This is a new record.
Sweet. Early on.
Well, better early than late. Now we know what we're in for.
Sure.
So we like every time we find a new emerging market. Episode 43 was New York, and these are actually kind of piling up now. So thank you for listening, and thank you for telling your friends.
Was it episode 43?
42.
Should have been 42.
I don't. We've done so many now.
The Jackie Robinson episode.
I never thought we'd get this far. I never.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Under the bridge.
I'm really surprised.
Yeah. Okay. Jay and I used to do this like every episode. I never thought we'd get to 20. I never thought we'd get to. All right. Now
Never thought we'd get to 2.
Yes. We were in for the long haul.
Lucky for you.
So we decided to go with what has now become our third largest U.S. market.
And that would be
The state of Texas.
Texas.
You want to do some spanning the globe?
Hit it.
Spanning the globe.
Oscar, the Academy Award statuette, was named for Texan Oscar Pierce, whose niece worked in Hollywood for the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences.
Wow, the city of Slaughter, Texas has never had a homicide.
Charles Alderton, a Waco pharmacist, first created Dr. Pepper in 1885.
Texas was an independent nation from 1836 to 1845. Once annexed, it retained the rights to fly its flag the same height as the national flag.
Each year, Amarillo hosts the world's largest calf fry cook-off. Calf fries and bull testicles.
90% of the world's recoverable helium is located in the ground under Amarillo.
John Wayne and Chuck Norris are honorary Texas Rangers.
The Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport is home to the world's largest parking lot.
Put away your spray cans. In Texas, it is illegal to put graffiti on someone else's cow.
Booyah! And that's Texas. So thank you, Texas, for listening. We hope we did your state justice.
And we hope you listen again at some point.
Yes, after that debacle.
See you around episode 50.
Yes. That is the end of Spanning the Globe.
Went so fast.
We like to get in and get out around here.
Ooh, like SEAL Team 6.
Yes. Since Chris has been here, since Ricciardi has been here, we have not played Is It or Is It?
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to the first Ricciardi versus Producer Jay edition. So you guys ready to play?
I'm a juggernaut. Prepare yourself.
I'm a virgin? Never played.
Now I want to sing that song.
Like a surgeon.
Hey, shut up.
It's time for the game show that forces you to choose between one thing or another thing. Let's play Is It or Is It?
Ah, yes. Another fantastic edition of Is It or Isn't.
The champion walks into the room.
Yes, Jay has only lost once at this. But kind of the sad part is he lost not only to his girlfriend, but he also lost the game. And you'll see what we mean. There are 7 questions to this Is It or Is It? And I told you guys before we started that this was going to be an epic one. Your Is It or Is It choices this week are, is it a My Little Pony? Or is it a porn star? Porn star or My Little Pony?
Good thing I know My Little Pony.
Yeah, well, I'm glad someone has to know your little pony.
Did you know I'm a brony?
I was just about to mention, there's a whole group of dudes that get
It's a
together.
subculture.
Yes, then they like
what?
They like My Little Ponies, and they're called bronies.
These are bros that actually look a lot like you that love My Little Pony.
I don't want to believe anything you're saying.
So
it doesn't matter if you want to believe it or not. It's true. It's out there.
It's not fair to the world to have something like that.
Or guys that watch, I mean, it falls under guys that watch Pitch Perfect.
That's not fair.
Guys that
I like Pitch Perfect. It's a good movie.
All right, Brony.
On that note.
Hey, Brony, it's time to
Taking
get
My
started.
Little Pony and going home.
All right, so who wants to start off and give the first answer to our...
I'll start.
All right. So our first question, as you were, Apple Bloom. Is Apple Bloom a My Little Pony, or is Apple Bloom a porn star? Jay, to kick us off.
Apple Bloom. That's got to be a porn star.
Jay says porn star. Chris, is Apple Bloom a My Little Pony or a porn star?
My Little Pony.
Jay? You're incorrect. Chris, you are correct.
Uh-oh.
Apple Bloom.
Oh, boy.
I got it right, but it's going to cost me a man card.
Apple Bloom.
I'm almost glad I got that wrong.
The brony forges to the lead. Second up, and Chris, you'll start us off.
I'm almost okay with losing this. Just thought I'd put that out
call of the loser.
Well, no, the funny thing is, if you win, you either know too much about My Little Pony or too much about porn. You really...
Either way, you're not...
I guess there's a... Yeah.
You're painted into...
You're not marketable to the opposite sex. Is what I'm saying.
You're getting painted into a brony corner.
Right.
Yeah.
Number 2, Chris, you'll start off with this one. Mm-hmm. It is Cheerilee. It's all one word. It's Cheerilee. Cheerilee. Is that a My Little Pony or is that a porn star?
I'm going to have to go with porn star.
Chris says porn star.
I'll have to piggyback on the mate over there.
So you're both going porn star.
I'm going both porn stars.
I don't know how I do this twice in a row, but I'm going to have to play it 2 in a row. Cheerilee is another My Little Pony.
Boo.
My Little Hooker.
So Chris is 1-1. Producer Jay off to an 0-2 start so far.
This is unprecedented. I'm backspinning.
Downward spiral. But you get to lead off with the very next one.
I have the advantage.
Which is Georgia Peach. Is Georgia Peach a porn star, or is Georgia Peach a My Little Pony?
Come on, porn star.
Okay, you're saying porn star, Chris? Or do you think it's porn star or My Little Pony?
Man card is being tested.
I'm going to have to piggyback on him with this one. I got to go porn. There can't be 3 ponies in a row.
Or can it?
Can't be.
It could be.
Oh, it's no, I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Okay, go.
He does that.
That's
I'm
shady.
kidding. It's a little shady, but
That's all good.
Georgia Peach is definitely a porn star.
There you go.
All right. So Chris is 2-1. Jay is 1-2.
Yes.
Heading in to question 4. Heart Throb. H-E-R-T.
It's got to be porn star.
T-H-R-O-B.
I don't even need to hear the rest of it.
Heart Throb.
Yeah.
Is it
Can't
I
put
agree
the
with
word
that.
throb onto a pony.
No.
So you're both going porn star for
I'm
Heart
both
Throb.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, both going porn star.
I wish I could joke about this, but fellas, that is a My Little Pony.
What?
Heart.
My Little Throbbing Pony?
Heart Throb.
How is that okay?
I think.
Oh, God.
I think Chris is throwing this to get out of his brony card.
I don't think it counts. But what if you win, but you only got 2 right? I mean, that's like kissing your sister.
Well, in true brony fashion, go home and kiss your sister. Go home and kiss
I
your
guess
son.
I could kiss your sister too.
Would be better for you.
Yeah, it would work out.
Well, now we get into semantics.
Yeah.
tongue, no tongue. I don't know.
Anyways.
On to number 5. So, Jay, you are 1-3 right now?
I have not done this bad.
You are 1-3.
Is it or is it since we've done this?
You need to clean house to win.
I need to clean the table.
Chris is 2-2.
Yes, sir.
On to number 5. And, Jay, you're leading off with this one. Misty Dawn. Is Misty Dawn a My Little Pony, or is Misty Dawn a porn star?
God, I don't even know what to think anymore.
Yeah, I've got you upside down.
All I'm thinking about is My Little Throbbing Pony.
Hopefully not.
With a little rainbow on the butt and a swinging unit on the bottom.
You're Brody. What does your Tinder Brony tell you to do here?
My Tinder Brony says porn star.
Misty Dawn is a porn star? Chris, what do you think? My Little Pony?
Piggybacking only because I know for a fact that that's actually correct.
You are correct. Misty Dawn.
She used to be hot. I don't know how old she is, but yeah.
Well, hey, there you go. I tried to keep away from well-known porn stars.
But I've been sick for 3 days.
I have nothing but time. At least you went with, I know that's a porn star, and
I know
that's not a My Little Pony.
I have that pony.
That's the one I've been missing.
Great cuddler.
I can never find one in the original packaging. All right.
I like the bright green.
So Chris is 3-2, Jay's 2-3, both still in the thick of the hunt. On to question number 6. Chris, this one's to you. Morning Glory. Is Morning Glory a My Little Pony, or is it a porn star?
Porn star.
Porn star. Morning Glory for Mr. Ricciardi.
I'm going to go with pony.
Well, you almost have to now to try and catch up.
I have to be contrary. Unfortunately, probably wrong, huh?
And to the newest member of the cast, you are wrong. Jay is correct.
Oh.
We were tied at 3.
Tied with 1 to go.
Wow, you don't get much more clutch than this, folks. Here we go. I'm doing body language while I'm sitting in my chair.
It's like shootout hockey.
Bronies. Bronies. I'm surrounded by bronies.
Here we go.
So, yeah, that's 3 up, 3 down for both of you. Morning Glory, of course, is a My Little Pony. On to the 7th and deciding factor.
I'm looking at you, Ricciardi.
Ricciardi. And Jay, you're going to lead off with this one. It's Paradise. Is Paradise a porn star, or is Paradise a My Little Pony? Be careful how you answer. Paradise is a My Little Pony.
Paradise. That's what it is when I look into your eyes.
All right. So
I think I'm going to go with pony.
Ooh. I'm going to answer porny. My Little Porny? No, sorry. All right. So pony for Jay. Final answer?
Yep.
All right. Chris?
Just for the spirit of the game, and because there can only be one winner, I will have to go porn star.
All right.
Because I refuse to take his same answer. And
I respect that.
I like that move.
To no end, move. And you will be not paid off for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, hey!
Paradise is a My Little Pony.
That's unfortunate.
Steps into the winner circle.
Jay retains his, is it or is it?
Yes.
At the expense of my man card.
The My Little Pony experience.
Yes. Way to go, Brony. You have won. Is it or is it?
Boy, that really pulled the pony over your guys' eyes.
Thank you for that.
I had nothing.
Moving on. Bronies, do you want to do some news?
Let's do it, Brownie.
From the news studios, it's the What About Pod News with producer Jay, weather and sports from Chris Ricciardi, and commentary from the man himself, the smartest man in the galaxy. Jay, what do we have for news this week?
We start off this week's news with a merry little prankster that thought it'd be funny to throw pork ribs at passing cars.
Do they have the bones on them?
With the bones.
Well, no, but like the meat on them? I'm sorry.
Yeah, the meat on. They're frozen. They're frozen right out of the bag.
It's like throwing groceries at people.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like giving away free ribs.
Free ribs.
Free ribs. So, Sharkwan, a.k.a. Shark.
Sharkwan?
Sharkwan.
That's his name?
That is his name. Oh. Sharkwan, a.k.a. the Shark.
At what point
they put Bill Clinton up on a $3 bill?
At what point do you just get too creative?
I don't know. Sharkwan K. Liggins with his crew, right?
Shaquan K. Liggins.
I told you it got better. Well, I didn't say it.
You should do
it was inferred.
News story or character on In Living Color, because that sounds like something that sounds like something David Wayans would have played.
Oh, and he would have played it great too. Could have thrown ribs too.
Shaquan don't play that.
Police were able to track Liggins to his home, and they discovered a plastic bag of frozen ribs on his front lawn. But that was only after the police had to dodge and weave and bob and whatever, fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee through all these strewn ribs all over the roadway.
Strewn ribs.
Is it illegal to throw food out in the street? What if you were like trying to feed the pigeons? Isn't that kind of the same thing?
Unless he was trying to feed passing drivers with his windows down.
Not to sound racist.
Oh.
It's going to.
One of my best friends is black. Go ahead.
If you're in an urban area and you're just giving food out, wouldn't it make sense to just toss ribs out into the road?
And try to get the frozen rib through the driver's side window while they're driving?
Well, yeah, sure. It's like drive by fooding.
Yeah. And the poor guy just thought it was funny, but police noted that Liggins, or the shark, as it were,
AKA,
he couldn't stay balanced, he had slurred speech, and he appeared to be foaming at the mouth. But he refused medical attention, so clearly he ate too many ribs.
Nah.
O-R, he over-ribbed.
Over-ribbed.
For her pleasure.
So, surprise, surprise, he was charged with disorderly conduct, faces possible jail time, and a fine of up to $1,000 for this pork launching prank.
Damn, plus he's out of ribs now.
That's the whole thing. Like, why would you, if you're going to throw, if I was going to throw food at people, it'd be like those peanut butter cheese cracker sandwich things.
Things that don't cost nothing, like Lunchables, those little Frisbee meats.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Just Lunchable somebody.
You're more than just a brony. That's pretty good.
You're a culinary expert.
Yeah. I know fruit that flies.
I've seen a house fly.
That was a pony.
It was brony.
Brony.
So what's the next story, brony?
A Seattle couple returned home on Sunday. I assume it's this last Sunday.
Sure.
To find their apartment a mess. They found a frozen crab balancing on their bike. There was cat litter in the sink. Oh, there's more. Frozen pie in the oven. And all their credit cards stuffed inside a chocolate muffin.
Nice.
So quick, name the drug.
I'm going to guess meth, because I always guess meth.
Oh.
Because he's a Breaking Bad freak.
Yeah.
You got one there, Ricciardi?
Yeah. Anything that involves that much food and intricate thought has to be marijuana.
Wrong and wrong. LSD.
Damn.
Acid.
How did you get the crab to balance on acid?
Yeah, no shit.
It's very impressive. You're going to have to ask David Stolt himself.
And we've got him on the phone right now.
Muffin!
Credit card muffin. Credit card muffin.
Can you go bathroom in the sink?
Right. It's like the what's his name?
Like Rain Man.
No, it's like the dude from Something About Mary. Warren.
There's still a thought process. Like,
there is.
David broke in on acid and suddenly decided this apartment wasn't going to work like this.
Yeah,
there's no way these credit cards shouldn't go in the muffin.
You're right.
Of course. Maybe he thought the muffin was a magical ATM of some kind.
Or maybe he thought if he swiped a credit card in the muffin, it would make more muffins.
Yes.
Well, no. Well, here's what he thought. Poor old Mr. Stolt thought he was Jack Bauer from the television show 24. You remember that?
Yeah, it's coming out again.
Yes.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
They're making a new 24.
I'm excited.
What?
Yeah.
All right. Hey,
with
that's
Jack
cool.
Bauer.
Yes. Hey, maybe David Stolte can play his stunt double.
Or his son.
Or his LSD crackhead who gets locked up for doing stupid stuff.
Yeah. Kiefer Sutherland is old enough. Stolte here, after all, was only 30 and was arrested and charged with residential burglary.
Nice job.
Thank you.
So, on 24, there's that one girl that only looks like she's really pretty when she smiles, but every time she's not smiling, she's like, what the fuck's wrong with her?
Alicia Cuthbert?
No, she's hot all the time.
Oh,
Mary
Jane Rajku.
Yes.
The weird.
Yeah, her.
Mary Lynn reaches.
Oh, I thought Mary Jane. Oh,
she's like super hot when she's smiling, but when she's like serious and has that like look on her face, she's very mean looking.
I never found her
looking.
attractive to begin with.
All right,
I mean, I'm sure she's nice. I mean, and if she listens to the podcast, I think you're beautiful. Now,
that was my buddy Tony when we were in college. He'd walk up to girls in bars and say, man, I bet when you smile, the whole room lights up. And obviously the girl would smile. And he's like, nah, my bad. And he'd walk away.
Oh.
It was easily the funniest thing I remember from being in my early 20s.
That's awesome.
What's up, Tony?
The things you learn in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Right.
I bet when you smile, the whole room lights up. So what's next, Jay?
We got bad news for clowns out there these days.
Uh-oh.
Northampton clown, you better figure out how to extend your career because there's a national clown shortage.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
Yeah.
I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
Right. Funny how. It seems as older clowns are dying, there's not a whole lot of the younger generation willing to step up to assume the clown mantle.
Are you surprised?
Well,
You scared the hell out of us with Poltergeist and Stephen King the It. Who the hell wants to be a clown?
Not a lot of kids anymore these days. So even kids who love clowns and they go into high school and college and suddenly clowning isn't cool anymore.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
yes.
John Wayne Gacy?
Dude.
Come on. Clowns have pretty much
cool.
been
I kind of
spoiled.
see this.
So who's it going to be like Bubbles, the magician who does like balloon animals, but he's like really just no painted face? I mean, what's the difference between that guy and the clown? Makeup?
The scary makeup and the big shoes and the horn.
Yeah, makeup.
Yeah, and the weird makeup.
What's the difference between us and clowns? Same difference.
I mean, I miss Bozo and
We don't wear
Cookie.
makeup.
We used to have good clowns. back
Hey,
in
I
the
miss
day.
Bozo the Clown, but I saw John Wayne Gacy.
All
as
I
a
ever
clown.
wanted to do as a
Creepy.
kid.
Creepy.
Well,
Yeah,
all
super
right.
creepy.
So everyone watched WGN growing up, right? Bozo show.
Yeah, the Bozo Show.
Dude,
How do you not love Bozo?
Tell me how bad when you were growing up. How bad did you want to play the grand prize?
Oh, my God.
I wanted to play where you throw the ball into the bucket.
The ping pong balls into the buckets. Oh
Yeah.
my God! I was
Yeah, but you
obsessed
won,
with that.
like,
Me
if you
too.
go back and look now, you won crap. Like, here's a package of Archway molasses cookies. Like,
well, no,
come
that
on,
was
Bozo,
that was
come
the
with the
early
gas.
ones. But if you got the deep, if you went deep,
You went deep.
you got some good.
You know what that
prizes.
is? That was training this new generation to play beer pong.
Ah,
That's all it was.
I've never thought about it that
that's
way.
actually throwing. Hey, you're throwing a ping pong ball in
Into a bucket
too.
and being rewarded by a clown. Just like going to a fraternity.
A nice.
Many clowns. Many clowns.
So it doesn't help that clowns make $300 per performance.
That's not
So
bad.
That's
That-
more
that's
than
a most.
That's more than I'm
But
getting
you're
paid.
not. But you're not working every day.
So,
It's a part-time
It's a
gig.
Part-time gig.
well, you walk the line between stripper in a really dumpy club and clown.
Ooh. Stripper gets to have more sex than a clown, probably.
I don't know.
I think clowns get some pretty good game too. We could ask the Northampton clown.
The Northampton clown who
We've been in communique with.
subjected to our ridicule many times.
Can you
Yes.
part-time clown?
I imagine you could.
I'm clowning. Put on your big red nose.
Wow, you recalled that song so
Yeah.
readily.
Part-time love. Who was that?
Tupac later redid it. I remember who did the original.
Oh,
Yeah, got
wow.
me.
Part-time lover. Yeah, that one guy.
Yes, that one guy.
I'm going to Google it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to guess myself.
In short, there's still a lot of younger people that are becoming clowns, but they're just not joining the Clowns of America International Club.
Stevie Wonder.
Yeah. So they
Oh.
want to be all
Are you kidding?
independent.
Duh.
Stevie Wonder.
That's the dumbest thing ever. You have to edit this shit out. I feel like a
so
fucking retard.
stupid, right?
I think yeah.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah,
Part-time
edit that.
clown.
You can't even do it with your eyes looking straight. It just
Exactly.
All right.
Well, yeah, I noticed that.
Well,
when I was-
now that you
Right.
said of Stevie Wonder, now I got to move.
I gotta
my head.
bob your head. Yeah. I gotta fucking owl that shit.
Hey, good. Now look what we've done. Too bad this isn't on YouTube because
So you're saying there's a bunch of scab clowns? They're like non-union working clowns. and
Yeah,
that's what-
they are maverick clowns. They are they walk alone. They clown alone. That's right.
They should have a theme song.
They do not want to join the Clowns of America.
On a steel
International.
shoe I ride.
Yes. Loner,
I'm wanted.
rebel,
Wanted.
clown.
Dear
Honk, honk.
clown.
What are we doing?
Hand puppets and balloon animals. All right, sorry. So, do we have another news story? Jesus Christ! Put
No,
us back
we're
on
done.
track. We're done with news.
We're done with news.
That's 3 minutes.
That was solid.
I actually have a very stunning entertainment report prepared for this week. Are you?
Oh, yeah? What do you got?
You want to hear it?
Do I need to lay
Is it
down?
about Philip Hoffman Seymour Jr.?
No.
Good.
Moving on to something better in this week's entertainment report.
God.
Woo! In a world where clearly not enough time is spent discussing celebrities and entertainment, it's the What About Pod Entertainment Report. Here with all the entertainment news you can use, Chris and production assistant Hogan.
Now get mad and start talking.
Oh, yes. It's time for the Entertainment Report. P.A. Hogan is with me, and we decided to, in this week's Entertainment Report, celebrate Jimmy Fallon, who just took over The Tonight Show this past week. And
funny dude.
Yeah. Oh,
talented.
Big fan.
Yes.
Big fan.
I think it's because, and I've talked about this before, I think it's because he's from, quote-unquote, our generation. He does funny stuff that actually relates to guys. And
he's a big fan of the podcast, too, isn't he?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Or he would be.
He almost emceed the Wappies, but we got Hugh Jackman, and we told him maybe next year. Jimmy.
No, it was a toss-up. Jimmy Fallon, Hugh Jackman.
We decided to rip off a format of this show that we just did earlier. So instead of doing Spanning the Globe, P.A. Hogan, you ready to do this?
Yeah, hell yeah, let's go.
All right, here it comes.
Thank God it's Hogan.
Spanning the
Fallon.
Spanning the Fallon.
Spanning the Fallon.
Born in Brooklyn, New York, to Gloria and James Thomas Fallon Sr.
No way.
Absolutely. In grade school, he was voted most likely to replace David Letterman.
Oh, my God.
I know. He was a computer science major at the College of St. Rose in Albany, New York, but switched to communications.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
I fully agree. Fallon finally earned a degree and a BA in communications and an honorary doctorate degree after being on SNL. And he landed that full-time SNL role when he was only 24 years old.
Bang, splat, real fast.
Super quick. He was also nominated for a 2003 Best Comedy Album Grammy for his album The Bathroom Wall. He married Nancy Juvonen, executive producer of Tough Love, in December 2007, and he took over The Tonight Show on February 17th, 2014. That is it for Spanning the Fallon.
Next time we'll get the rest of you stupid fools.
So, Jay, do we have a cat story this week?
We got a cat story with a lot of pussy.
It's time for Producer Jay's Cat Story of the Week.
Meow, I wouldn't lie to you, Meow.
No.
Because this story, Meow, does have a lot of pussy involved in it, Meow.
Tell me more.
65 pussies left behind in a mobile home in Florida.
Sounds like adventures in online dating.
Neighbors reportedly complained to local authorities about the smell of cat urine that was coming out of this one, let's just call it a tenement or a shanty.
Well, you know what cat pee smells like?
What does it smell like?
Methamphetamines. From Breaking Bad. All right, sorry, go ahead.
There we go. It wasn't until 39-year-old Christine Patchik departed the mobile home. She would only come back to feed the cats. The cats ran the mobile home.
Nice.
She only came back to feed the cats. Can you imagine that? Just
big cat shelter.
I got a cat storage unit. Time to go feed the cats. And so she was told by authorities to remove the cats
60?
at the end of the month. 65 pussies. Yeah.
That's a lot of cats.
How do you remove them? I mean, do you go straight up tell them it's a giant shower and just turn the gas on? I mean, how do you get that many cats out of them?
Yeah, AK-47 and a nuke it. You could do that. Right. Or
firecrackers all with tuna smeared on them?
Although they probably want a more humane way.
This is
Tuna Firecracker would be a great name for a band.
Tuna flavored firecracker.
Yeah, it could be an all-girl ska band.
Oh god.
Tuna flavored firecracker.
Oh my god.
All right. So, anyways, Christine faces charges of $7,800 for issues of the cats if they are not cleared, in addition to charges of animal neglect.
And she's probably not going to get the deposit back.
Probably not.
Do you know how
deposit's probably gone.
Are you aware of how much cat urine has to be present for you to smell it from a full trailer and a half away?
Oh, more than that.
It's got to be a lot.
It's got to be 65 cats going pee 2-3 times a day.
Going pee.
That's 200 times that they're peeing each and every day. And if there's nobody around,
well, it's kind of a.
Can you imagine?
Box.
It's soaking right through.
Right.
But there wasn't any. I mean, how many litter boxes? I mean,
no, don't you just go in with like cat litter and just dump it all over the place? Because it's basically its own litter box.
That would have been the thing to do, I think.
I think by next week, I would like to know roughly how much urine was produced a week.
Yes.
Inside. There's got to be a mathematical equation.
Sadly, the factoids do not bear it out in this story. However, that is something that
we should know.
Doesn't bear researching at all.
That's why we research it.
Fair enough.
And that's my cat story, and I'm sticking to it, meow.
Good enough.
Yeah.
Do we have vocal pauses? Isn't it about time to right this ship and get the hell out of here?
Vocal pauses always rights the ship. Here we go.
We are about to engage the nozzle.
Well,
yeah. I kind of, yeah.
Please wait while we calibrate the nozzle.
I was like, and
the nozzle is now calibrating.
I get those.
The nozzle has completed calibration. Thank you.
Oh Jesus. We talked a lot last week, apparently.
Yes, we did. A lot.
Good times. So, guys, are we ready to get out of here?
Skedaddle.
Let's do it.
So, episode 44 draws to a close.
The Paul Goldschmidt edition.
The Goldy edition. Ricciardi, thanks for playing sick. Jay, thanks for being you. And until 45, later.
Arrivederci.
Peace out.
You've been listening to What About Pod, a part of the Mix Media Network. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at WhatAboutPod. We're also on iHeartRadio, iTunes, and Stitcher. Download the Stitcher app today on Android or Apple platforms. This show brought to you by the McEldugan School of Hand Flatulence. Until next time, balls.